guys like Orange Juice?
Well, I just got done watching the season finale of season 4 of Westworld, and I gotta be honest, I'm not as excited as I thought I would be.
You have no idea how many of these flesh bags I've murdered.
Not that I hated the finale or anything. There's a lot of part of it that I really, really, really enjoyed. There were some really cool fight scenes. There was just some really, really cool, interesting Westworld stuff where they're repeating lines, and then you got Dolores cameos and all that stuff that kind of gets me excited. I do want to point out too, William had the best line of the entire series when he killed that guy. He said, "Fucking camper." That is the best line this show has ever had, hands down.
Fucking camper.
At the end of the day, the show's kind of done in rebooting. Yeah, I don't know. It's really this is so confusing now, and I know it's all because like it's gonna reboot and they're gonna get to some place in season 5 that they like. Then maybe season 6 or halfway through season 5, they come out of the Sublime and they fix the world, and maybe that's when we get to the Man in Black end credit scene, because we didn't see a fucking little sliver of that this season. Because like for right now, William is gone, and why on earth would Dolores make William the way he was? That would just be silly of her. So I'm confused about that, but you know, I guess we'll get there when we get there. Caleb, I really enjoyed him fighting Clementine. I thought that was really cool. I actually really liked Clementine this episode. I wish we would have got a lot more of her like this. That would have been pretty sweet. Also, it was like very rude of her to kill Stubbs, and like, is he dead for good? Because, like, does Dolores know to remember him? It is also interesting who Dolores knows to remember. Like, is she going to make a Hale? And is that why Hale was okay killing herself? Who knows? They could bring that. See, that's how they could bring anybody back next season, is because it's like, hey, Dolores remembered them. But ultimately, Caleb was just kind of sad and pointless this season.
I've died before. This isn't so bad.
He's with Maeve the whole time, which we have no, not even a touch of Maeve, which, hey, guy who commented, why didn't I talk about Maeve in my theory finale video? Maybe because she wasn't in it, pal. I'm just kidding. I don't really give a fuck. Yeah, so she wasn't in it. But so Caleb's storyline was really to progress his daughter going back with her girlfriend. Got all her friends killed, and she's going back with her girlfriend to their secret group that no one knows where it is.
I want to go there too.
That I'm sure we'll see in season 5 also. If this even gets to season 5, we still don't even know. This could be the last Westworld we see, which is pretty wild. Although if this is the finale, I will say that is kind of cool. It ends going back to Westworld and she's waiting for Teddy. It kind of makes it turns Westworld into a love story, which I don't know about this season. I really fucking liked this season, and just this. I mean, I'm gotta watch it. I gotta watch it again. Usually I do these reviews. I watch it twice. I take notes the second time, but it's the finale, so I figured I'll just do it right after. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just. Something is off. Also, I was waiting for an end credit scene, and it really threw me off that there was no end credit scene. I gotta be honest.
Maybe this time we'll set ourselves free.
That really fucking threw me for a loop. It just cuts right into the behind the scenes stuff that they never even get into the most interesting stuff you want to hear about, so it's usually boring. So we got to hear all of Bernard's message to Hale, and really it's just what we've all speculated on of her getting Dolores, Christine, whatever you want to call her, and bring them to the Sublime to have one more go around. This is kind of what we all figured. With Christine though, I thought, like, I get, because this whole time they've all been saying in Westworld that you live as long as the last person to remember you and all that stuff, and then she kept saying that. But the way she was acting in the end, and they do this a lot in movies and TV shows, and it really bugs me a little bit, but she just clicked in, like, to her Dolores mode. Like, she just got her powers, and then she's like, I'm gonna save this world the same way I made you, Teddy. And when she said that in the show, I literally said out loud, accidentally? Because she'd made him accidentally. It didn't know she was doing it from memory until later on. So she's gonna accidentally remember all of Westworld. I know that's not really what she's saying, but they do that a lot in movies and stuff when people just like, oh, I have powers. I remember I have powers. And then they just like, they act like they were in control the whole time. It's just kind of weird. And the confusing part about them having Dolores be the one to reboot it all is she's the one that fucked it up in the first place. She's the one that made Hale, which was the Dolores who got in a car accident and burnt her arm and kept it up until the last moments of her life. But Dolores is the one that screwed all this up from season 2, end of season 1. So isn't just the same stuff going to happen again? I don't know. I'm gonna do at least one more video on this. I will do a podcast with Hess as well. But as of right now with this watch, I'm very mixed. I just don't know. It'll really depend on what the hell happens in season 5 for me to, if there even is a season 5, for me to understand and maybe like this ending. Because as of right now, I'm very mixed, and I don't really know. Because everything else is made up now from Dolores' point of view. Everything we've seen so far is dead and done. So that means the Maeve we've been watching from the beginning, never gonna get to her daughter. We'll never. I mean, maybe a made-up version of her will be in the Sublime, and that to the last fucking detail. So if you can't tell, does it really matter? I know they're gonna say that. But the Maeve we've been watching, the Bernard we've been watching, the William we've been watching, all that stuff, they're just dead, and a new one's gonna get. And I think the biggest thing that bugs me about this is like, at least as far as I can see, there's just no way in hell now the ending of the series connects to like the first season, to like the beginning of the series. It may in like a we're in Westworld kind of way, we're the same robots and stuff kind of way, but like a Ford and an Arnold and any of the humans that start, like a William, any of the real humans that started this through this simulation stuff, there's just no way it legit connects to them as far as I can see. So that's where it just gets a little weird for me, where it's like, oh, like, is there a plan all along, or are we just kind of living life? The only plus I have about this is that season 5 better have a lot of Jimmy Simpson in it, and that'll redeem this whole thing for me. If we could get some more Jimmy Simpson in this show, some more young William,
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
But other than that, that's really all I have to say. But so here, before I wrap this up, let's get this straight. So Bernard's entire plan, he went into the Sublime simulation stuff, and he went through like 23, 30, whatever, it's unclear to me, however many years he was in there simulating. And his best plan, which, I mean, I guess, I don't know, we didn't see the other options, but his best fucking Doctor Strange endgame moment is for everybody in the world to be extinct, so that way a girl that already ruined the world once can try it again in a simulation. Tell me if I'm wrong about that, because that's what I thought the season was. I guess the only reason this Dolores won't be as bad as the other one potentially is because she probably won't make up people that's going to harass her in Westworld like they did previously. So I don't know. But we'll figure out next season, hopefully. Fingers crossed we get a season 5, because I would love for this to make sense and be cool and get a lot of Jimmy Simpson back. So fingers crossed it gets renewed. Comment down below what you thought. Maybe if you guys comment some theories, I could do a theory video for season 5, or I'll just do it on my own. I'll have to do all the work. But overall, I mean, this season was definitely an upgrade from last season. Last season was a big step down for the show, but I enjoyed this season more. I just really hope we get another season so this all makes sense. If you guys enjoyed this, I'll be doing the same type of videos for She-Hulk, and me and Hess will also be doing Game of Thrones House of the Dragon for Plika's Bachelor Party. If you enjoyed this, if not, then I'm sorry, I guess I'll see you later. Bye.